Hey everyone, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell notifications, get notified of our latest videos, give the video a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and leave a comment. I do read and appreciate every comment you guys and girls leave behind. I may not reply to them all, but they are all appreciated. And there's a link in the description of the video that takes you to a big long list of all handy videos and a lot of the products I use in my videos. Hey everyone, Paul ISM. Welcome to another At The Bench update. So it's been about 3 weeks since our last one. And we've finally completed the Fujimi 12 scale R32 Skyline, which is a big relief. I'll have a look at that in a little bit. The full 8-part video build series is up on the channel. The final part was uploaded a couple of days ago, and I released finished pictures the other day, and yeah, it's looking good. But we'll get to that in a little bit. I've got a little bit to talk about today. It's my usual At The Bench waffle. Hopefully it won't be too long. First off, I want to thank all the viewers, all the new subscribers. We've got new viewers as well. I think some of the different kind of car builds have brought a few new people across. So the American cars like the GT500, the Challenger, the Skyline. Definitely got a few new names commenting on the videos, leaving very, very positive feedback, and it's much, much appreciated. I say it in every video. I might not reply to every comment, just simply because it just eats into the time I could be spent making videos or modelling and what have you. But I do read every single one. They pop up instantly on my phone, and I do appreciate all the feedback, and it really does help spur along the build. So thank you everyone that's commented and followed the builds, and yeah, much, much appreciated. Without you lot watching, there would no point me doing this. So yeah, there we are. You may also notice as well, I've got a new, not intro, the intro is still the same, but I have a little bit just before we normally get into the videos about subscribing, the link list in the description, all the links down below. I've redone that, a little bit different. And I've also made a very short, I think it's about 50-second Ultimate Modern Products advert they're going to stick in the video, in the middle of every video in future. I don't think I promote UMP enough on this. It is basically a direct pipeline from ISN to Man and Lee's business, which does pay the bills. Without that, I couldn't sit here doing this. So I've made a very short, yeah, infomercial, I suppose it is, which is going to be put in every video. So bear with me. Let me know your thoughts on it. I'll pop it up literally after this. If it's annoying, let me know. If it's a little rubbish, let me know. Hopefully you can put up with a 50-minute bit of spiel about, you know, the business that pays for me being able to do this for free. There we are. I'll pop it up, have a little look. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Head over to www.umpretail.com and help support mine and Lee's business, because without Ultimate Modern Products, there would not be any international scale modeler, and all the videos we put out there, and the Facebook page and the forum we run. We stock loads and loads of modelling products, including all our own products of our Apex airbrush, our pigments, primers, sanders, thinner and cleaner, tools, our wonderful storage system, polish system, and weathering washes. We also sell modelling tools, paints, model kits, glues, solutions, fillers, weathering products, aftermarket, and of course international scale modeler merchandise and gift cards. And all orders made before 12 midday get next day delivery in the UK, and international orders are shipped within 48 hours. My Facebook page as well, my Paul ISM Facebook page, is rapidly approaching 4,000 followers. I've had that page for about 9 years, which only really took off since I started making the car models and posting very regularly on there. I probably post every day, every other day on there, something. And it's grown steadily over that time. So if you're not following my Paul ISM Facebook page, the link's in the description down below, along with every other link I'm going to mention today. Please head on over there and just follow the page. Click follow. Because I want to get to 4,000. It's been a goal I've had set for a while now. And I'm getting there slowly. I think I'm at 3,953, so I need 47 more likes. So if you're not following, please go on over, have a look. If you don't like it, don't follow, but if you do, please do go over and follow it. New kits. Oh my god, I've spent a ridiculous amount of money lately on new kits. I've got them all sat in front of me, and it's ludicrous. and I am running out of room in here. The kits are back in the house. All the 12 scale and 16 scale are in the house because they're just too big to store in here. I've got kits all over the floor, piled up in the corner over there. And it's just me on a search for interesting kits to do for reviews, maybe. Builds, video builds, and so on. So I bought a few as well. Somebody also left a comment on one of my reviews the other day saying that basically I was moaning about stuff. Well, kind of moaning about stuff I shouldn't be. At the end of the day, the inbox reviews are my view on the kit. So I'm going to give my view on the kit. If I don't like something, I'm going to mention it. If I do, I'm going to mention it. And there's nothing I can do about that. I'm not going to lie about bits for the sake of X, Y, and Z. Or not agree with it. Everyone's got an opinion. And that review is my opinion. If you don't like that, don't watch it. It's as simple as that. If you want to show me how it's done, make your own review on the same kit. And I'll happily sit and watch it. And give you some feedback on your review as well. But the look through the boxes are exactly what they are. We're going to look through the next build of mine in a bit. And it's just my thoughts on the kit. Doesn't mean I'm right. But if I find something disappointing, I'm going to mention it. It's as simple as that because, well, it's my review at the end of the day. So, yes, we've got a few strange people on the YouTube channel lately leaving comments critiquing old reviews, you know, hurry up and open the box. And yeah, let's see you make some videos and then we can critique your videos. That's all I'll say. Right, so what have I been buying? Oh, Jesus, what haven't I been buying? So, I had a wild thought last week or week before of my McLaren MP4 6, my Senna car I've got. Big 12 scale Tamiya one. All the top studio aftermarket, loads of it, it's a proper super detailing. But when I sat and thought about it, I thought it's the aftermarket put me off building the kit. So I thought, let's do a bit of damage limitation. Let's move on some of the bigger detail upsets out of there and leave some of the smaller, more interesting parts there. And maybe the build won't be as intimidating. I'm not going to lie, before I thought of that idea, I thought about selling the whole lot, just moving on, and it's not there. I'm strange like this. There's something, I feel like something's not being utilised to its full potential, or I'm not going to use it, or build it, or do it. I'll get rid of it. I'm like that. Literally, I'll decide overnight, yeah, I don't want that anymore. That's going. So I got rid of some of the aftermarket. It's worth quite a bit of money. I had, you know, I like my watches. I had a few watches that I wasn't wearing really all that regularly, so they were moved on as well. And with the money off those, I reinvested it back into the hobby. And oh boy, didn't I reinvest it. So, a few kits. If you follow my page, you will have seen them. If you don't, this is the first time. So, first off, I love the BMW 3.5 CSL Batmobile. I bought the Ari kit in 24th. Spotted this kit. Buddy of mine spotted it on eBay, put me onto it. It's a 16 scale kit of an imitative racer. So, I guess they're doing that to get around copyright. But it is a BMW 3.5 CSL. There's no decals in there, unfortunately, but I got that for 60 quid. That's not a bad price for a 16 scale kit. It looks alright, it's got a full engine, decent interior. The rest of it looks alright. So we may see that built at a later date. But for 60 quid, I'm not going to moan. Now things get a little bit more serious. So, I bought a Lancia Stratos, which I completely forgot to get and show you. That is upstairs. Totally forgot about that one. In fact, I'll go and get it. So, yeah, here we go. 2 minutes later. So, yeah, I bought this. Now, these are monstrous kits from Daiyu, or whatever you want to call them. That thing is immense. It's a big old box. Now, I've seen these go for, sorry, the kits are falling on the floor here. I've seen these kits go for 250 quid before on eBay, which is a fair whack of money. It's a big old kit, though. And I got this from a site that sells second-hand kits. And it was up at £120. I thought, that's a bargain. I've got to get that. So I bought this. It arrived, and it's missing about 12 different parts out of the kit. There's a couple, well, there's a few that aren't all that important, really, in the long run. A few little bits and bobs I can scratch build. The main parts that are missing is the brake calipers, which I have spare ones from the Skyline. Luckily, this is 12 scale. So they can be used in that. To be honest, they're hidden behind the wheels. So if they're not there, it's not the end of the world. The main parts that are missing that are going to be a bit of an issue is the rear part, the transmission is missing. There's 3 parts that glue together that make the transmission up, and they are missing. So I contacted the company, had a bit of a chat with them, and they were going to give me a full refund, and I just mentioned, what about a partial refund, because I didn't want to send it back. It's really hard to get this. And they said, what kind of figure did you have in mind? And I gave them the figure, and they went and talked to their account department, and I got it for that figure. So in the end, I got this huge 12 scale Lancia Stratos, fully detailed, full engine, minus the transmission and brake discs, for 60 quid. So I'm really happy with that. It's a shame the bits are missing, but everything else looks good. It's huge. It's a big old box. Not the biggest car in the world, but it should be an interesting build. If the transmission's missing, we might have to kind of fake something if you can see it. I don't know how visible it is in the Stratos. We'll have to have a look. But it's a problem we'll figure out at a later date. But yeah, for 60 quid, I'm happy to keep that. But yeah, I forgot all about that one. So you told you've been buying a lot. When you forget about what you bought, it's awful. Now, the next one I saw, I thought, oh my god, why do I keep finding these kits that I want? And after completing the GT500, I found this on eBay, and I was like, oh my god, look at that. That is as cool as hell. I've got to get it. It was up for 220 quid, and I managed to barter down to 185 plus post. I think it cost me around £200 in total. But it's immense, and it's going to be a very, very cool build. So it's a Daiyu 12 scale Mach 1 Ford Mustang, and this thing is huge. Absolutely beautiful kit again. Where the hell I'm going to put these kits, I have absolutely no idea, because this thing absolutely dwarfs the Skyline. It is huge. There's a little bit of flash on the windscreen. Can you see it? That's going to be a little bit of cut now, but it's immense. It's a beautiful looking car and a phenomenal kit. I'm absolutely crazy. Wait to see the last one. So yeah, I had to get it. Saw it, didn't quite have the money. Sold a few things on. I think it was the part off the McLaren went, and I thought, I've got the money now, and I thought, you know what? F it, let's just buy it. And I went out and bought it. Do I regret it? No. That is going to be a very, very cool build in the near future. Full engine, full interior. It's got working suspension, everything. And yes, very, very cool kit in a huge box of plastic. Absolutely immense. I would love to say I'll get it in camera now and show you all. It won't fit in camera. I'll have to get everything out of the box, and it's a nightmare getting it back in the box. Maybe I'll do a review at some point, and we'll get it all out and have a look. But oh, what a beautiful kit and a beautiful car. And just for that box art alone, just for the box art, very, very cool kit. If you Google it, you'll find builds of it online, and from what I've read, it goes together really, really well. So, I told you I've been going mad, didn't I? I really had. Then I spotted something else. And luckily, I just sold a couple of the watches I was selling. This is a kit I wanted for quite a while. It's a kit that's RRPs between £300 and £400, and I could never justify spending that much money on a kit. The dearest kit I've built to date is the Skyline, and that's like 350 odd quid all in with what's in it. This is an immense kit. It's meant to be one of Tamiya's best kits that they've ever made, full stop. People are going, show me, show me. And it was up at $295 on eBay. And me being me, I'm cheeky. I sent the seller a message saying, would you accept $250? Backed and forth a little bit, and in the end, I got it for $250. So what did I get? Again, if you follow me, you'll know. If you don't, you won't. But I managed to get Tamiya's 12 scale Porsche Carrera. Brand new in box. There's a mark on the front of the box. Other than that, it is brand spanking new for £250, which is near £150, £200 below RRP. So very, very happy with that. That is a monstrous box of plastic. You're all going to be saying, do a review, do a review. I made the mistake of taking this out of the box the other day to have a look at everything, and what a nightmare getting it all back in. But it looks a phenomenal kit. If any of these are going to get reviewed, it'll be this one first, probably. just purely and simply because of what it is. But what an immense kit, and I am very, very lucky to be able to afford all these kits. But I've only been able to afford it by selling personal belongings. That's the way I'll look at it. If I've got something not being used, I'll sell it, and that justifies me spending this money. Otherwise, I couldn't justify spending, what, we got it collectively 600 quid worth of kit over the past few weeks. And there's more 25th scale there that I'll show you in a minute as well. And this isn't a show off, it's just showing potential builds for later on the channel. So, yes, where the hell these are all going, you tell me. Because that Skyline's in there, I don't think you can see it, you might be able to. It's just there at the bottom. Near enough fills a whole shelf on its own. That Mach 1 will fill a shelf. I've got 2 spare shelves. So, yeah, I don't know where they're going. But yeah, the potential builds for the channel. I'm really eager to build them all, to be honest. Especially that Mach 1. Really interested in building that. And this thing just looks amazing to build. So, yes, very, very happy to do that one. Right, I have my potential build to show you. Let me just tidy up a little bit because I've got huge boxes everywhere. These have been lingering in my house for weeks because I knew there's no point in putting them away because I want to show them in the bench update. They could finally go away. So, what's the next build? We'll go to the bench in a minute. We'll have a look through this box. I'll have a look at the rest of the purchases. But after a lot of thought, I decided to build this. This is an old MPC AMT Airfix 16 scale AC Cobra. And it looks like it's not a bad kit, to be fair. It's a 40-year-old kit, 1981. It doesn't look that bad. So we're going to have a look through it. Now, I put a post up yesterday asking about colours on the Cobra. I got some phenomenal suggestions, but I finally decided to do it in Porsche Ruby Red, which is a 959 colour. And I really wish I'd done my 959 in this colour. I had it, or I got it soon after. For some reason, didn't use it. But anyway, the 959 looks great in the Me Too Grey anyway. So that's going to get done. We're going to picture something similar here. So we're going to do it in the Ruby Red with silver gunmetal stripes on it. Leave it all chrome. Probably like a light tan-ish coloured interior to go with it. And yeah, that's my next build. That's what I'm going to be starting and video building next. So, let's go to the bench. Let's have a look through the box of that. Don't expect a lot, it's not a great kit. Let's have a look at the rest of the purchases. And then we'll come back and have another chat and finish off the update. Right then, so we've got a few kits to look at. And then we'll look through the Cobra box and we'll have a look at that finished Skyline as well. So, first we've got a couple of Revell kits and then some different kits as well. So first off, I've got the 67 Corvette 427 Roadster. It's an old monogram kit. It's a beautiful looking car. Looks to be an okay kit as well. I just thought it's a pretty car. It looks good in red as well, so that's probably the colour we'll do it in. So I thought, let's grab that. Not cheap. None of these Revell kits are cheap, the American ones in the UK. They're all around the £30–35 mark, but it is what it is. If you want it, you'll pay for it. If you don't, you won't. And, yeah, well, I wanted it, so I grabbed it. I thought it's a good-looking motor. So let's get that and make an interesting build. I also grabbed this 49 Mercury wagon because I thought that thing is super cool. Comes with wood decals for the sides as well. Not sure on colour on that. I do quite like that colour, to be honest. Maybe a pastel colour. I don't know, but pretty cool kit. Again, not that cheap. But hey, it is what it is. I also put a post up asking about this company because they did interesting kits, although we have been bit by them before and we launched one over the shoulder, if I remember right. So I asked for advice on AMT kits that aren't too troublesome. And I had several recommended, so I bought a few of them and we'll see how this goes. So this was recommended by a few as being a really good build and then a few as being a pain in the arse. I don't know, it's a 27 Camaro 50. It looks a nice kit. It's a pretty car as is. I know a lot of people probably don't like the newer kind of muscle cars. But for me, I quite like that. I think it's quite interesting. Nice colour as well. Love these stripes on it. And hopefully it won't be too troublesome a build. I also love the El Camino. so grabbed an El Camino as well. And again, looks like a pretty decent build. Whether it's going to be troublesome, I don't know. We'll find out. But it is an older ANT kit, but it looks okay. So I do love the El Camino 396 SS. And yeah, hopefully they'll make interesting builds. We'll see. We will see. And then finally, one that everyone kept recommending was this. Again, an older one. This is one of their re-releases, I think. Is it? Is it round 2 that does these? I forget who it is now. Anyway. And again, lovely looking car. 63 Corvette. Split window. Just looks great. And what I love about these ANT kits is you get a little miniature of the kit box to cut out and make. I've got one over there, that 350 Shelby I launched over my shoulder. But these are very cool. So when we come to build the kit, we'll build this as well. Nice little addition. I wish every kit came with them because it'd be really interesting to build. Oh, cool. But yeah, older kits, but not too bad a looking kit to be fair. So hopefully they won't be too troublesome in building. Now, talking of troublesome in building, is we've got this beast, this Airfix MPC AMT. It's an original MPC kit. AMT released it, as did Airfix in the UK. I bought this for £60. Doesn't look that bad. It's a bit ropey in the box because it's a 40-year-old kit. And I've seen a few builds of it that didn't look too bad at all. So, what have we got? This is our next video build in the ruby red I'm just showing you in my video there. So, instructions aren't too bad. They're pretty clear, pretty basic. We've got a full engine, full suspension, full interior. So we've got a bit of space to do a bit of scratch building here and there. So hopefully that won't give us any bother at all. Bodywork doesn't look that bad at all. It needs a good clean up. It's got a few marks here and there which I've already tried to pre-sand and what have you. Got the tonneau cover studs there which will be coming off. I don't want these on my car. Seam lines to remove. We've got to get all these out because though the bonnet and the boot goes and the doors all open as well, but it doesn't look that bad. And it's a decent size as well. You know, I've got huge hands, but it's not that big of a kit. So yeah, I don't think it'll be that troublesome. I'm going to regret saying that, aren't I? It doesn't look too bad at all. Criticism on this that I've seen is the wheels and tyres, well, especially the tyres. These are off a different kind of car altogether. And they're wrong, apparently. I've got no idea what's wrong about them. They look okay to me, but it is what it is. Chrome work isn't the best. It's a little bit... It's not bad. I've seen worse, but there's a bit of flash on the parts with the chrome. So these will all be completely de-chromed, all cleaned up, and we'll Molotov chrome them as well. Could black it all out, but I do like the chrome look personally on the Cobras. So that'll be kept. There's two sets of wheels in here. I've absolutely no idea what they are, the difference. If you look and tell me. So let me know which ones I should use. Should I use the ones that are on with the radiator fan? And what are they? Let me know. Or should I use these ones, the other ones in the back box somewhere? What do you think? I don't know. I've got no idea really. I've not looked into it. We've got engine parts. We've got a roof as well, which won't be going on because I think they look awful with the roof on. Got the tonneau cover, which again I doubt we'll use. Exhausts, inner wheel arches for the engine bay. The exhausts, which again, yeah, they're alright. Once they're cleaned up, they'll look okay. Suspension components, all different parts on there. Brake calipers are very lackluster. But we can do some of those. I don't know. Are they going to be very visible? Probably not through the wheels. So, compromise on this. We've got the hood as well, with that iconic scoop on the front. There's the other one of our wheels. We've got the luggage compartment. Windscreen. Bit marked up. We're going to get the Novus polish onto that and get that back to new. We've got our windscreen surround. Is in one of the bags, is it, with the chrome? There it is. It's in there. And this, it doesn't look that bad. I've test fitted it. It seems to slot in pretty positively. If we can get it in place. My God, get in the hole. Get in your hole. Yeah, it's not too bad. Bit of a gappage here and there, but it is what it is with that. I think it's yeah, one of those, but it looks alright. Again, that'll be de-chromed and redone. Cockpit, let's move that so we don't break it. Cockpit already textured, but we'll flock that out. Door cards, boot lid, reverse the wheels. 2 steering wheels, definitely going to be this one. 100% going to be that wheel. Engine components, seats actually really nice in it. Nicely textured. And all the other ancillary components to the engine and the chassis as well. So it's an old kit, don't get me wrong. It's not going to fall together, but I don't think it's going to be that much of a drama, is it really? There's not much to it. Decals, while they look okay, we may just use AC Cobra, the VIN plate, license plate, and the dials. The rest of them won't be used. We're going to test this MPC one and see how it comes off the sheet. If not, we'll put some decal film over them from microscale to protect them. And that's it, really. That's exactly how it is. So that's the next build. It's going to be a challenge. I'm completely aware of that, but I don't think it looks all that bad. And we've got a bit of space there for some scratch building, so I think it'll make an interesting build. Now, from the one we're going to start to one we've just finished. The Nissan Skyline, 12 scale, R32 GTR from Fujimi. So, what an awesome kit this has been. I was a little bit underwhelmed when I got it because I realised it was all screwed together. But the amount of scratch building and additions we've added to it, it's turned into a really nice, pretty looking build. One of my favourites to date. Certainly one of my most expensive with all the aftermarket. I think the kit was 150, the aftermarket was about the same. We've got about £30, £35 in seat belts. It cost me about 60 quid to paint the thing because of the amount of paint, clear coat, primer it used. Loads of scratch building, a lot of hours of scratch building. It turned out really well. Definitely my biggest and most expensive kit to date, but I think it turned out well. So quick summary, there's a full build series unless you want to go watch it, and there's a summary at the end of that one as well. So big kit, big Fujimi 12 scale Skyline R32 GTR. We prime this in a whole can of Tamiya spray primer. I think we used the grey on it. We then used Paint Nuts touch-up paint of Nissan Ray Iridescent Blue, which is an R35 colour. That was thinned with it wasn't thinned with Tamiya lacquer thinner with retarder. We sprayed that through the 0.5 Apex, plenty of coats on the body of that. That was then given a panel line wash, Tamiya black grey panel wash, and then cleared in Gravity Spain 2K clear coat. Phenomenal colour, lovely colour under either bright sunshine or dark light. Under sunshine it gets that nice metallic blue look you can see in these pictures. In normal non-sunshine it goes a lovely dark blue. Really cool car. So yeah, bodywork really good, came up really well. Few issues here and there, but we rectified those with polishing and sanding and what have you. Bit of dust spots and what have you. Not perfect, but I'm happy with it. It is what it is. We added all the Studio Rosso parts, bar the exterior set. So we added the beautiful wheels, absolutely stunning bride seats, which turned out absolutely amazing. And those beautiful brake disc and calipers, which just look phenomenal. Very, very nice. The wheels we sprayed in TS14 Tamiya black. We put the luminous yellow decal on there. So we did the brake caliper in luminous yellow as well. This is a suggestion from a few of the guys I hang out with. Interior, flocked the carpets using Scale Productions flock. Sprayed the seats up. We put the seat decals on, which went perfect. Even though one was a little bit cracked, they went down really well. Added some Takata belts with some green ribbon I got off eBay. And some decals my buddy Alan very kindly printed for me. Cheers, mate. I made some car mats from some felt that Alan also gave me as well. And basically we painted up. The Skyline's got a pretty bland interior, but we tried to brighten it up as good as we could. And the Takata belts just look phenomenal in there. Very happy with that interior. It turned out really well. Engine bay is very sparse out the kit. It's missing a lot of detail. It really, really is a shame that it's missing. But it is. So I added a lot of it back. We added brake lines, hoses, sensors, battery cables, ancillary parts. We added loads of stuff in there. I even scratch built the strut brace, which I'm very, very happy how that turned out. That was yeah, very happy with that scratch building. And added a lot of detail to the underneath of that bonnet, which looks good. Very happy with how that turned out. On the back end of the car, my buddy Dan very kindly 3D printed me a large bore exhaust. So we adapted the original kit exhaust and popped that on there as well. And that turned out really well. Overall, what a huge kit. It weighs a ton. It's very impressive, very big. So happy with that colour as well. Again, that was a recommendation from my buddy Alan, who's becoming my PR now. Well, PA, kind of, with recommendations. He's not going to like that. And yeah, it turned out really well. Great build, really interesting. Highly recommend that to anybody. If you do get it, you really need to try and get those Studio Rosso sets to liven up a bit, because some of the kit parts are a little bit lacking for sure. But what a great build. Really enjoyed that one. I very nearly forgot to show the Challenger. Now, this is the current video build, which you can find on the channel. This is Revell's 70 Dodge Challenger. Lovely kit. Beautiful colour. Really happy with this colour. It turned out really well. Got the matte black bonnet. Lovely green from Mr. Hobby. I think it was C175. And with bare metal forward at all. And it's just been sat curing. It's ready for polishing. It's not even been polished yet. Look at that shine. Got a bit of crap in the roof. Not going to blame anyone for that at all. That needs polishing out. It's going to be there. We're not going to get rid of all that, but it is what it is. So we're up to part 2 on this, where we've got the body done, and then we've got all the chassis and running gear done. Needs a few touch-ups here and there, and the engine's done as well. So that's coming out well. And then we're on to part 3, which is the interior. So all the interior has been prepped, primed, and base coloured, mostly in Tamiya LP5. We need to detail paint the seats, flock the floor. We've got some wood paneling to do here and there. And you don't get any decals with the kit, so I bought these decals from Ushi. That'll add a bit more detail into a lot of these cars. You get 2 sheets, different grains, grits. It's not sandpaper, Paul. Different grains and what have you, and types. So they'll help add a bit of interest to it. But great kit. Yeah, turned out really well. Looking forward to getting this one done, because it's going to be a very, very pretty car. So part 3 will be the interior. Part 4 will be putting it all together. And that's this one done. We can move on fully to the Cobra. And then we'll pick something else. We're going to come back with something different next time. Because the large scale build's American, I fancy something decaled up GT kind of car, maybe touring car, something like that. I've got a couple in mind, just to try and keep the bounce of builds different on the channel. So yeah, there we are. The Cobra, it's an older kit. It's a simple kit. It's not going to be the most, I guess it's challenging, but it is, because it's not going to fit together perfectly, being an older kit. And it can have a little bit of detail in here and there, and we can change a few things around. From what I've read about it, it's meant to fit together pretty okay. Someone said about the windscreen not fitting great, but my surround seems to fit in alright. I test fitted it the other day. It doesn't seem that bad. Time will tell, and we'll rectify that when we get to it. But it looks an interesting kit. And as you can see with the rest of the purchases, I've certainly got enough to keep me going now. I've got a very eclectic collection. Is that the right word, eclectic? I think it is. Of car kits now. I've got all different genres, from rally, GT, F1, touring, road, GT touring cars, road cars, American muscle, supercars. I've got all sorts. So I've got a good mixture now of builds to keep myself and the channel entertained. So hopefully we'll see all these builds at some point, or most of them built on the channel. Like I said, still got the Challenger to carry on with. We're on part 3 of that, the interior, which is about halfway through now. And then we're going to crack on with the Cobra, AC Cobra. Yeah, and go from there with that. So that's it. So that's just pretty much wrapped up. So one last thing, I'm going to go have a quick look at the aquarium, because everybody always asks. I've actually got more fish. New fish in there today. Endler guppies of what I've had in there from the very beginning, because they're tiny fish, very colourful, and their mouths aren't big enough to eat my shrimp. Even the young shrimplets they'll have trouble eating. So they're the ideal candidate for a planted shrimp tank. Now, sadly, nowhere's got them in stock. I think with what's happening, nowhere seems to have them anywhere. I only buy my fish from one place, and that's a local place to me called Waterworld. And that's because they individually filter each tank rather than doing it on a system. So if there's any parasites or disease in there, it's kept in that tank and not spread around the whole place. So I've only ever bought some fish from there. Never had an issue with the fish. Don't ever buy fish from Pets at Home, by the way. Terrible. It's a local business, and I support it. So we went there the other week, had a look around. They had no guppies at all. I only had 3 left out of the 10. They don't live forever, guppies, unfortunately. They're very overbred. And I rely on the guppies to feed the tank. They feed ammonia to the plants, which makes the plants grow. The plants absorb all the excess nutrients in the tank, and the ecosystem works. If you don't know about this, it's a natural ecosystem. I have no filter in here, no heater. It's heated naturally by the room. Sits at about 23 degrees centigrade. And the plants naturally filter the water, and the levels are better than any filtered aquarium I've ever had. They are perfect. There's no nitrate in there, nothing at all. Absolutely perfect. It's full of cherry shrimp, Amano shrimp. We've got 3 Endler guppies in there, and we've now added 5 white cloud mountain minnows, I think they're called. To the aquarium, these are temperate fish. They can be kept at all different cooler temperatures, so they're perfect for the tank. They're only little. They're quite pretty as well. They're interesting to look at. They're like chasing each other around. And I think we'll probably add another few in there. I'm going to do a water test today to see how it's doing. I had a water change yesterday. I'm just going to see what the levels are at. As long as no ammonia, nitrite, or spikes in nitrate, which there won't be because there never ever has been in there. I think we might add a few more to it because they're like shoaling together, and they're very interesting to watch. They are. So yeah, nice to get some new fish in there at last. We finally got the system back up and running properly because it was probably losing a bit of its nutrients from not having the fish provide the ammonia. Shrimps are doing well. I do need to stock up on some red cherry shrimps. They've been outbred by my clear, weird mutant variant that's come from all different ones. Still got a couple of yellows in there and red-white willies in there as well. But I definitely need to get some very striking, bright red cherry shrimp back in there. And there's still a few Amanos in there as well, which I've had from the very beginning. So it's doing well, the tank, really well. It's always a pleasure to watch. It takes a bit of maintenance here and there. Every month it needs a damn good trim, and it's about halfway there now. You see the water lettuce on the surface. The roots can get over a foot long easily. Some down the back, the roots are like 18 inches long, but they absorb all those excess nutrients and filter the water, and it just works perfectly. It really, really does. Highly recommend trying it. If you want any videos to watch, give me a shout and I'll put you the right way. So there we go. You probably just heard my phone through the mic then, because my phone's leaning on my mic, so I do apologise for that. It was an email from H. Samuel. There you go. Right, that's it then. That's us today. I've got nothing else to talk about. Sorry, other than the group builds. Group builds are still underway. The road car one, there's another 3 weeks or so, 3.5 weeks left on that. My challenges in part of that one. I finished my 12 scale one for the large scale build, which runs for another 4 months, is it, I think? I think it's 4 months. And the movie TV car one starts in the beginning of the month as well. Kind of was hoping to take part in that, and if I'd done the Cobra in indigo blue, I could have done the car from Ford versus Ferrari that Matt Damon drove, Carroll Shelby's car in the film. Blue's a little bit cliche in that car. Gonna make a lot of enemies saying that. I wanted a different colour. So I'm not going to take part in every single group build. I've got the video builds to do. So yeah, we're not going to take part. But they're all up and running. Tim and Luke Carswell and a few of the other guys have started a 172 group build as well. Anything 172. These are all on the ISN group build page, which is linked in the description of the video, so you can go over there and have a look. And if you want to take part, just join the group and post up what you want to build or any thoughts. You can ask on ISM as well. Simple and as easy as that. So that's us today. Let me know your thoughts on, well, anything and everything in the video. Let me know your thoughts on my new little intro bit. The bit describing about the descriptions and links and subscribing. Let me know what you think about the UMP advert, which, you know what, let's stick it up again at the end. Let's stick it up. Head over to www.umpretail.com and help support mine and Lee's business, because without Ultimate Modelling Products, there would not be any international scale modeler, and all the videos we put out there, and the Facebook page, and the forum we run. We stock loads and loads of modelling products, including all our own products of our Apex airbrush, our pigments, primers, sanders, thinner and cleaner, tools, our wonderful storage system, polish system, and weathering washes. We also sell modelling tools, paints, model kits, glues, solutions, fillers, weathering products, aftermarket, and of course, international scale modeler merchandise and gift cards. And all orders made before 12 midday get next day delivery in the UK, and international orders are shipped within 48 hours. And also let me know what you think about my purchases for future video builds and what have you. What would you like to see a review of? Does not have to be the big kits. You can go through my stash. My ScaleMates link's down below. You can go troll for my entire stash. Is there anything you'd like to see a review of? Let me know. But I think the Porsche might get a review, because I think that would be an interesting kit, because it looks absolutely amazing. So there we go then, just for you, Bollocky Buff. That's it then. So yeah, thanks for watching today. As I said numerous times, if you got a comment, leave it. I do appreciate all your comments. Seriously do. The feedback drives you on to make more videos. It always does. I wish I had time to sit there for a few hours a day and reply to everybody, but it really does eat into time I could use for producing videos or content and what have you. I'm busy today spraying spoons. I've made it a mission to... See, we've gone off on a tangent again, haven't we? A mission to go on and spray all the spoons of all the LP metals, all the TS metals from Tamiya, LP Tamiya and TS Tamiya, super metallics from Mr. Hobby, and they've all been done for ages, so they're a good visual reference for different colours. I was going to sell all my AK Extremes. I've mentioned this before, but sorry, I ran out of time on my SD card. A voice of reason whose name will remain nameless persuaded me to maybe keep them. So I thought, okay, let's do some test spoons. So I've done full test spoons of all the AK Extreme colours. I've also done test spoons of all the blacks I have, different shades of black, and I'm going to do test spoons of all the chromes I have as well. I've primed like 45 spoons yesterday, something crazy, and I'm about halfway through, done all the AK Extremes, got the chromes and the buffable metallics to do today. So they're a good reference. I'll put some pics up on ISM on my page when we get it done, and I might show them a video at a later date, but they're a handy reference to have. They really, really are. So, yes, bit of a off tangent there, but hey, one of those, isn't it? I always do that. Yeah, make sure you sub to the channel, give a thumbs up, click that bell notification, and leave any comments. Check out International Scale Modeler Facebook page and forum. My poor ISM page is crying out for followers. I'm very nearly at 4,000. Please go and follow my page. Links to all these are down below. UMP Retail can be found in the descriptions down below. Go and support myself and Lee's business, because as I say in my advert, without Ultimate Modeling Products, there would be no International Scale Modeler, no videos. And of course, check out the Live to Bench page and the Off Air Hangout group for all the links to the live show and our Off Air Hangouts, which you're all welcome to join. Come sit with us and have a laugh with us. We're there every day, and you're more than welcome to come and join us. Thanks for listening to me waffle on for God knows how long. Have a good day. I will catch you all later. Take care. Bye-bye.